Vanakkam, and welcome to this episode of Indulge Auto. The future is definitely going electric. So, what do we have for you today? We have the new Mini Cooper Countryman, and the biggest feature, it's electric. Check it out. So the exterior has got significant changes now because you don't need a conventional grille. It's an electric motor. We'll come to the spec later. Lights and all have also undergone a change. You have the mini special laser lights here. And if you come to the side, you will see this is a nice pattern that you have here. The sensors are here for parking because this car can park itself. Aerodynamically designed alloy wheels for better airflow. Cute looking side mirrors. I quite like the design in them. And of course, I love these handles that they're conventional and not those sticky wicky types. Overall, balanced station wagon type of a look. And I love these new lights at the back. Of course, let's take a look at the boot inside to see what that holds for us. The boot space is very important in any car that's sold in India. And the Mini has an electric tailgate release, which you can also, of course, do by gesture if you run your feet there. About say 450 to 460 liters of boot space. The rear seats are 40, 20, 40 foldable. And if you fold all of it, then you can get up to say 1,350 liters maybe. But otherwise, it's quite a flexible thing. I like the fact that you don't really have to bring things up too much. And it seems to be. So yes, there is enough space inside for an average Indian family and their baggage. So the interiors of the Mini are quite funky as well because, it has to go somewhat with the exteriors. You have one round central display that gives you all the information you want on your driving styles, on the range left, the speed you're going, everything you can think of, the infotainment system, everything is mirrored over here. Very easy to adapt, very easy to use, full touch screen. It's actually quite nice and you have to use it to believe it. Now there is something called an experiences button, which means you can change the different modes that come in this. But that's by pressing this button and it shows you what all you can do with it along with an animation and a sound. So if I switch to something, let's say like a trail mode or a timeless mode, you'll hear a certain. Yes, that sound and animation. Lots of useful cubby holes here. The start-stop switch is right here, and your gear selector is right here. These are the vents. These are all those new recycled materials that are coming into cars. There's a useful glove box here, and of course, a patchwork here. I mean, again, as I say, most of the plastics are these days recycled. A little small space here to keep your phone, maybe two small phone holders here, and of course, here you have your wireless charger. And then this armrest slides back and forth. Some more useful storage here. And of course, the mandatory multifunction steering wheel. At the back also, I really, as I said, love the design of these seats. You get adequate leg room. And I wanted to wear this hat today to show you there's adequate headroom as well. Of course, you have two USB-C charging points and a nice little aluminum finish knurled knob to switch the rear vents on and off. The finish of this actually looks a little tacky to me, but that's okay. And these funky door handles, of course. And my favorite feature, where will it go? The central armrest with two cup holders. So, of course, it's an electric car. You don't have a conventional engine. This car somehow does not even come with a frunk or something here. But yes, your essential fluids, your windscreen washer fluid, and your power steering pump and all are right here. Your ECMs are buried deep inside. In fact, you can't really see the motor. The motor does about 205 horsepower and 250 Newton meters of torque, which means on paper, this vehicle can go from 0 to 100 in about 8.6 seconds. And given the fact that it has a 66 kilowatt hour battery, it also means that you could get 500 kilometers plus of real range in driving. Of course, range depends, as you know, on the kind of conditions you're driving in city, highways, whatever. But yeah, you get a fairly good range and the car performs very well. Of course, it's an electric. So this is one of the greatest pleasures about driving an electric car. Almost no sound, only the hum of the blower of the air conditioning is all I'm hearing right now. Of course, this car has a built-in sound, which comes when you go over a certain this thing. In Europe, it is also a regulatory requirement to have sound. But yeah, like all electric cars, it's great to drive. It's very smooth. It has lots of power. And of course, fuel efficiency. What else do you think this is? But hey, overall, a great funky car, and I think that the Mini really, really spells out lifestyle, like I have said before. And it's a great car to be. Love the big display, love the view out, love the panoramic sunroof. What's not to like, except the price? Now it's a little too much. But anyway, we'll discuss that at the conclusion. So we are there at the final results. You have seen the interiors, the exteriors. We drove the car and we found it very nice. And the fact that it gives you a range of around 500 plus kilometers, I think is something that will keep you sort of peace of mind, because it does mean you can go for longer distances without this recharging all the time. You can find suitable spots to recharge, so on and so forth. This is a funky car. It's not a car that is designed to be a car. It is supposed to be a lifestyle car. And so it goes and comes with all the features that go with it. And the price, well, it's about 55 lakh rupees. A little high, but then again, you're getting something that is unequaled in the Indian market. Of course, if you want to customize it further, you can add a classic pack or a favored pack. The favored pack basically adds things like the head-up display, the Harman Kardon sound system, JCW inspired seating, and a few other things. Out of 10, how much would I give this car? It's an interesting fact because, I would think that about 8.5 does the trick, besides the fact that it's electric and it means no more adulterated E20 petrol. So, yeah, this is what it is. And the car, I think, is damn good value for money. So, here you have it, folks, the new Mini Countryman Electric. Of course, the ICE version is also coming soon. We will bring you lots of new cars to drive and test, and we'll love to bring them to you. So keep watching our channel, subscribe to our social media channels, and hey, see you soon with another good car. And keep safe till then. Don't drink and drive.